Welcome to the Garnet-Bay Recreation Complex on this snowy Monday night, but we've got some hockey here for the 14A Toros, looking to improve off their humongous victory over the number one seed in their division on the weekend over Quincy. They squeaked by them 2-1, which puts them in a good position if they can win a couple of these games coming up, including this one against Ajax. It's going to be Boyle in net for the Toros. And all the way at the other end, it's going to be Mathieu, who starts for Ajax. Back in behind the goal. First one trying to fire this one around. Captain at the blue line. There's a shot there from Cannon. Fires that one wide of the goal to start things off. Chip right back in behind the goal again. Fired around there for Ryan McLean, trying to tip it out. He got the pass up through center, and it's brought in by Leighton Aiken. Aiken gets it on an opportunity. It gets dropped there in the corner. Tried to find Maddox Dwyer. That pass is picked off. That'll get fired out, and Backley picks that up at center. Lucas Backley brings us over the line, looking for the first shot on net. And here it comes. Puts the brakes on. Good job. Keeps control of the puck. Sets it up in front. But the shot couldn't make its way through the slot area. That gets fired past Hausen up into the penalty box at a play. So Ajax clearing that out of their own end. It's another face-off. Deep in their zone off to the right of Mathieu. From behind the goal, they set it up in front for Calhoun. That went over his stick. Liam Calhoun takes his man into the right side, trying to tip this back to the line for Backley. It's back in behind the Ajax goal. They're trying to bounce it out in front for the slot area. Wyatt McKay's over there trying to set this up in front. There's a slot area shot. They got tipped by Calhoun right in on that and got stopped by Mathieu. Right in front again. That one goes through the crease area. All Toros putting pressure on here, but finally Ajax will take it away, and there's another big hit there on the other side by Calhoun. Now Calhoun will tip this in. Calhoun's going to the net for the intended pass. He wasn't expecting it and went out of his reach. Up through center. McNevin trying to go here against Genioli to try and get it out. Genioli brings us up through center. Nate Genioli at it with the way off the stick. Up through center with a lead pass. Tipping it away through center ice now is Genioli with a pass. Noah Kay here with it at center. Noah Kay through center ice, comes over the blue line, takes a shot on net. It misses the goal as Mathieu tried to do the splits to steer it aside, but he didn't have to. The puck missed that, kept in at the line. Good job there by Griffin to hold it in. And that could lead to an opportunity. There's a shot that hit a stick and went in wide. Off to that right side, he tries to go back to the line. It's in that right corner, getting it back to the blue line, and Griffin does his job to keep that in. Wrap around the boards. Genioli does his job. Nate Genioli with a shot, trying to tip that out in front there. Couldn't get a stick on it, as that was Kay trying for the deflection. From their own zone, they try and get this out of their own offensive end now. McNevin digging away at it here on the other side, along with Genioli. Noah Kay was back at the line. His shot went wide. Back in behind the goal now is number 8. Slapping that around. That'll come out through center, and it gets picked up by Kay, who's going to find some open ice as the Toros are off on the change. Before he goes off on his change, he'll take this in the zone. Slapped around the boards. That's going to try and get kept in by Borden, but it's going to go past him. And both teams will get a change as it goes for icing. Face-off now is off to the right of the goal. Slapped around the boards for an opportunity here. Kicking him to the boards behind the net. They're looking at in front there for McNevin. From in behind the goal, they're trying to set this back to the line. Now picked up by Dwyer, who puts it in behind the goal. Maddox Dwyer went back to the line. Got kept in by Borden. His shot will go in wide on that slap shot. Trying to keep this in as Ajax to try and get it out. Here they come up through center. They're coming in with 2-on-1, but he lost control of the puck. What a great opportunity there. Spoiled as that started a 2-on-1, but it was a turnover, and the Toros trying to take advantage of that with Maddox Dwyer coming back the other way. Trying to keep this on the right side. Tipping this away through center. They're trying to tip this in. Genioli over here to the other side, trying to put this in the zone. Gets around the checker. Shot on net. It goes over the blocker hand of Mathieu. From behind the goal now, it's an opportunity behind the net. Tapped in at the blue line, and he get it over there to the other side to look for a shot. That gets blocked by a black sweater, as they'll clear that away and kill off some chance here to dump it for icing. 10:03 remains here in period number 1. That icing call will push the face-off off to the left of Mathieu. And it was Aiken who took that draw up through center. That's going to go past everybody. This is going to be another icing call. No, it's going to stop right before the line, and Hausen had to put the brakes on. Sets up McKay. Wyatt McKay gets away from the checker. He was getting hooked up and caused a turnover. Hausen tries to get through it. Tips it past Gadraj. Tipped off the boards there for Aiken. Nice hand-eye there by Mariano. Tried to pick it up here in the zone. Toros bring us in with Wyatt McKay putting it in on goal. Easy steer side save there by Mathieu. Hit into the boards. Trying to go back to the line here for a shot. Better going wide on the opportunity. Coming out of his own end there was Calhoun along with McKay. Picked up there by Ajax. The lead pass was picked up by Aiken. He'll bring this in over the line. Leighton Aiken tried to put that away, and it's taken away by Ajax. And a big hit on the other side. Coming in there was Davis Gorham with the hit. Out in front, taken away by Aiken. From their own end, we'll move it around the other side, over the stick. And that was going to be an offside, as that was fired in there by Potashnik. And it's offside. Face-off now would come just outside the blue line to be taken by McNevin. That's in the feet of Davis Gorham. Now he's going to try and find it. Takes a hit at the Ajax fence and gets back to his feet. Trying to get away from the checker up through center. Getting hooked up. Still makes his way in the zone. Kicking it all the way in. Finally had it knocked away off the stick. Deep in the zone, it stays in the Ajax end. The shot is going to go in wide. Noah Kay's going after the loose puck here to try and dig it free. Davis Gorham's going to try and help him get it out. There's a shot that's an easy steer side save for Mathieu. And Ajax will clear this away, but Nate Ginioli stepped him up. There's a shot on net. It goes in wide and goes again for icing. Face-off now will be off to the right of Mathieu. A lot of icing calls so far here in the game. Most of them going to Ajax, who have been on their heels, so they're just trying to dump the pucks out. Here comes another 2-on-1 opportunity though. Backley's the only one back. There's a shot that are going wide past Boyle. Picked up there by the Toros out of their own end. It's a turnover. There's a shot from Cannon that hit Hausen net in front. Ryan McLean with a lead pass over the stick of Dwyer. That's going to be steered aside there by Mathieu. Tipped off the boards. They come out through center for Ajax. They'll come up through the neutral zone and put that deep. From behind the goal there is Cole Hausen. Hausen tried to get around the checker here for an opportunity. Hausen is going to get around that check. He's got Ryan McLean going to the front of the goal. Hausen brings it in. Stopped by Mathieu. Right in close, and there's the first really big scoring opportunity for the Toros as Cole Hausen took that end to end. Just couldn't bury it. He buried it right into the Ajax chest of Mathieu. Face-off will be off to his left now. Face-off one cleanly. It's a bouncing puck though. Trying to put it behind the goal. It's right out in front. They're looking for a pass out in front of the goal, out of the reach of Batley. Or Griffin, sorry. Griffin coming after that in his own end. Wrapped around the bush. Picked off there by Ajax. Get an opportunity to shoot that. That goes wide to the post. McKay couldn't get it out. There's a shot. And there's the first real tough save for Brady Boyle as he holds on to that. Face-off just coming off to his left now. Trying to win that draw there. It's a backhand right in front. Toros take it away. And it's Wyatt McKay with that loose puck. McKay bringing this in over the line. Finally knocked away off its stick. Here from the penalty box area is McNevin and Ginioli, along with McKay to try and get the puck free. Calhoun is going in there as well. Back in behind the goal goes number 8 after it, firing this around. Here comes an opportunity for the Ajax Knights bringing this in. Nice play to get around the checker. From behind the goal, he's going to try and be the first one on the puck, taken away by the Toros. Davis Gorham tries to tip it out of his own end. Back in behind the goal goes Nate Ginioli after it. Ginioli gets away and moves it to McKay. Up there for Gorham over his stick and tipped back in. Ginioli with a pass was read well. And finally they're going to bring this in to try and get around Backley. There's the left pad save, loose puck, just hopped over the stick. That had a juicy rebound written all over it. Number 16 could not control it though. Kept in at the line. Here's a shot by Cannon. That goes wide of the goal. Gorham bringing this over here. Here's the first little bit of pressure for the Ajax Knights. Backhanded away. Kept in by Cannon at the line. Here's a shot that's going to get knocked down and fired off the glass past Cannon. And his right glove hand down the ice and goes for ice. Now the face-off is off to the left of Brady Boyle. From behind the goal, there's Cole Housen. Housen will move it over here to the other side. Dwyer trying to get up there with Ryan McLean. Taking off the stick, trying to fire it up here through center. Housen trying to tip it here on the other side. Right, Eric Borden going after that in his own end. He can't get it out of his own zone. Here comes Ryan McLean. McLean going off to the races. Finally, it's hooked down. And we're going to get a penalty coming up. We'll see if he was in the clear enough to get a penalty shot. It's back in behind the goal. See what the call's going to be here. It's going to go for tripping. Face-off is going to be off to the right now of Cannon. Trying to win this. Getting it away from McLean. Ryan McLean from behind the goal. He's going to walk this out. Trying to step this up. Back in behind the goal. Right in front of the net. Trying to bang this out in front of the goal. And it kind of finally gets picked up there in the zone. Cleared aside there by Mathieu. Back in behind the goal. It's trying to start a wrap around out in front. Here's a shot. Stopped by Mathieu. He's up against the post. Trying to find that loose puck. Dwyer with it behind the goal. He's got Braden McNevin out in front. Dwyer will shoot it himself. And he puts it right into the glove of Mathieu. Face-off now is coming off to the left. Late Aiken now to take this draw. Won by Ajax. They'll clear it down the ice. Boyle's going to take the care of him. He's going to leave it there and let the Toros come back in their own end to start it out. Backley from his own zone. Going for a pass. It's a skirter. Picked off there by Pashnik with a shot. Stopped there by Boyle. And we'll get a whistle. So we got everything figured out with the score clock. We had 15 seconds taken off of it. Now we have 3:40 left to go in period number 1. Won by Ajax. Pashnik for the shot. That gets blocked on the way through by Ginioli. Nate Ginioli with it now. Dumped all the way back in. Wyatt McKay coming after the loose puck there first in the corner. Trying to win that battle to set it up in front. McKay digging away at it. Toros get through with it. Back to the line there for Ginioli. Big hit in behind the net. Coming around the boards here for Ajax. They'll chip that away down the ice. No penalty on the clock, so we don't know how much time's left on that first penalty of the game. Up third center comes Ginioli bringing it in. Nate Ginioli cuts in with a shot. That gets nabbed in the air by Mathieu as he holds on to it. Face-off now is off to the left of Mathieu to be taken by number 16, Braden McNevin. Coming around the corner now for an opportunity. He's going to fire it over here to the other side. Looking to move one back to the line. It's in behind the goal. Penalty's over to number 8 as he served his 2 minutes for tripping. That goes down the ice. And what do you know? It's another icing call. Now that face-off is coming deep in the Ajax end. Off to the right. Backhanded away by Housen. Didn't get a strong enough backhand away as it hit his stick. Still loose. Fired just over the glove hand of Mathieu. Big hit there on the right corner. Coming through center now is Griffin with a pass. Out of the reach of Aiken, trying to put that back on his stick. Around the boards it goes to try and chip that out of his own end. They've got a lead pass for Ryan McLean picked off. Backhanded deep. Over the stick of Housen and back into the corner. It's a turnover out in front. Shot. Stopped by Boyle. Right in close. One of his toughest saves of the day. And Brady Boyle was up to the task for the save. Now that face-off is off to his right. Almost a minute left to go here. We have 1:40. Back to the line for Pasnik. Shot on net. Tipped on the way through. What a stop there by Boyle. It looked like he was going the wrong way, but he got his glove down and was able to scoop that up out of the blue paint just in a nick of time before it changed direction into the back of the net. Face-off will be now off to his left. Face-off was done unfairly, so whistle was blown for another draw. Both players will once again be in there. Courage will be in here for Ajax. And he wins it. Backhanded away. Toros get it. Here comes the chance. It's McKay and Calhoun bringing this in. Liam Calhoun didn't have the puck though. He had to go into the corner. That could have started a odd man advantage. We're getting a lot like a penalty. The ref had his hands up, but now it's down, so we're still good to go for live play. From their own end here for Ajax. Big hit there on the other side, trying to get it away past Ginioli. That goes past Ginioli all the way down the ice into the corner goes Borden. And Borden doesn't have to go very far, it just rolls right into Boyle for a face-off. The face-off now is off to the right of Boyle. Behind the goal goes Aiken after it. Coming around the boards for an opportunity here for Noah Kay. Can't get it out. Here's a shot that gets knocked down. Lorraine is in there to try and knock it in there. There's a shot. Tried to fire it out of the zone was Cannon. He flipped it in wide and just out of the unreached hand of Brady Boyle, but the shot was wide anyway. Up through center they come. Housen's already started one rush here in this game. There's a hit that knocked him off the puck. There's Kay throwing the body around. Shot on net. Tipped on net. Goal was sticked away by Mathieu. Back in behind the goal. Looking for the hit up through center. Couple whacks away at it. Leighton Nathan gets it for Noah Kay. Kay trying to get that final shot on net. And there goes the buzzer as Mathieu steers that final shot aside in period number 1. We go to the second period for the 14A's, tied at nothing. Here we go, face off to kick off period number 2. Braden McNevin and Garachi are coming into the face off to start it off. Backhanded away up through center for Kirsten over his stick. Garage tried to get that. Late pass for Garage is out of his reach. My apologies if that's the wrong name. I'm just spelling it the way that I can see it. That's in behind the goal. Looking out front for Kirsten there. Couldn't get a pass back there to him. That goes past everybody. Here comes Ajax to bring this in. They're trying to get around Ginioli, and Ginioli stood him up well. Big hit there on the other side. Toros have that from their own zone. They're going to look for a pass up through center. That gets broken up. And here comes an opportunity to bring this in on a backhand by Cannon behind the goal. Looking for some open ice here with a lead pass. Got to try and get around Cannon, and Cannon fires it away. Got it up there for number 77. He's going to get bumped off the puck by the Toros number 77, Zane. By Dwyer up through center. That goes down the ice and touched up for icing. Off now is off to the right of the goal. From behind the net there is the Toros. Trying to get this away from out of their own end. Going to lead this all the way in with a pass. That's a 3-on-2 back up the other way to try and get to Calhoun, and went back in behind the goal. Liam Calhoun cutting out here. Trying to get one to the front of the net. Couldn't do it. Housen will take it. Shot. Stop. Loose puck for Calhoun. He can't get his forehand on that as it gets covered up by Mathieu. Face off now is off to his right. Trying to win this draw and start something here in the offensive end. They will. Housen steps into one, stop by Mathieu. as he got enough of it to make the stop. Clearing it away through center. Firing this around the board to try and get there for Calhoun. Getting away from the check over the lead pass just over the stick. Trying to get around that check of number 8. Couldn't get around him. Back in behind the goal. It's got to be Borden going after it from his own end. Eric Borden will pick up that puck. He's trying to take advantage of an Ajax line change up here for the captain, Liam Calhoun. Calhoun takes a shot. Blocked it away there by Mathieu. Noah Kay's here on the right side. Kay trying to get around the checker of Garage. It's over here on the other side. He's still trying to get to it. As Noah Kay, strong on the puck, stays with it. Kay takes it behind the goal now. Noah Kay with a great shift here, keeping control of the puck. Uses the boards to his advantage to get it back to the line for Backley, whose shot gets blocked. Here comes an opportunity now for number 4. Coming after it, one-on-one. Loses control of the puck, and it's going to be a tripping penalty. Coming up as number 4. He got tripped up on the breakaway. Oh, they're actually giving him a penalty shot here for Ajax. Ajax are going to have a penalty shot here to be taken by Taylor, who got taken down. So it's going to be 1-on-1 against Brady Boyle. One of the most exciting plays in hockey. The penalty shot is coming up. It's going to be either 1-0 Ajax or staying at 0-0. We'll see how it goes. Taylor's in. Scores. He fires it over the blocker hand of Brady Boyle. And there's a celebration to get his club up 1-0. Face off here from center. Toros will move this away on the other side. Looking for a lead pass. That hit the skate there of Dwyer. Still trying to find it. There's Backley on the other side. Lead pass out of the reach of Ryan McLean. Backhand pass. Here's an opportunity to try and break it in. Maddox Dwyer brings it in. Just fires it high and wide. Hit there on the other side. Trying to tip this away out of his own end. Tripped up. Over here now for Kirsten. Kirsten from his own zone will bring this in. He can't get around the check, so he just flips him to himself past Backley. Kirsten tried to get it from behind the goal, but the Toros take it away through center ice. With a late pass, they'll bring this in. 2 back. They've got Calhoun to the goal, out of his reach. It'll roll off his stick right on goal for Mathieu to make the stop. Face off now is off to the right of Mathieu. Shot on that tip, just wide of the left post. Kept in here by Griffin, who takes a hit. Flipping this away through center now. Taken off the stick there by McKay, who's whapping away at it, and McNevin as well. Bringing this over the line, there's Wyatt McKay. Stays with it, sets up right to McNevin. McNevin goes into the corner after it. Taken away here for an opportunity to skate out for number 77. He'll dump that right in. Boyer will make the stop, and he's going to cover up any rebound that comes out in front. Face-off now is going to be off to his right. 10:45 left to go here in period number 2. The Ajax Knights have a 1-0 lead on a penalty shot goal by number 4, Taylor. That happened a couple minutes ago. Pros have had their opportunities, couple on the power play, couldn't battle on that. Here comes an opportunity coming back in his own end. Trying to fire this away. That gets in the stick there of Drazo. Trying to find it here at center, off the board. Back took a bounce, it tried to go to Kay, but the redirection missed him. Drazo tries to bring it in, he got stripped of the puck. From their own end there is Melinder, trying to dump that in. Nice play to get around the defender. One more to beat, that's Melinder. He puts the brakes on. Kohlhausen sets it up from the slot area, right in front of the goal, but it rolls off the stick and rolls right into Mathieu for a stop. Face off now is off to the left. One back there for Eric Borden. To the other side. They've got an open lane shot. Stopped by Mathieu. Still loose. from the side. They can't bury it from the slot area. Coming around the boards there for the Toros. They pick that up. Slot area shot. That'll go in wide as they hit a stick. McLean throws it out front. Mathieu got a stick on it. It's still loose from the side. They're banging away at it, trying to get that loose puck, and it's somewhere on the netting for a face-off. Face-off is going to be off to the right of the goal. Trying to put this back there to the line. That gets picked off. Tapped in by Toros with a shot that goes in wide. Still loose, trying to find it there with Forden. He puts it behind the net. Ryan McLean right in front of the goal, trying to find Dwyer. He could back in that in front. Right back in behind the goal again for Dwyer. Right in front, McNevin backhand. Can't get it clear. Backhand shot, McNevin can't get to the front of the net. Toros pressure here, trying to tie things up. Can't find the back of the net just yet. Maddox Dwyer out of front, shot. Mathieu with a stop there with McNevin right in front of the goal. Tapped in at the line there by Ginioli. Ginioli keeps control of his shot on net, going wide. Coming around the boards here is Taylor. He can't get it out past Bowden. Eric Bowden's shot is knocked down, fired the length of the ice, and goes for icing. The face-off now is going to be off to the left of the goal, won by Ajax. Trying to back in this way. That intended pass for Kirsten was broken up. There's a shot, tip! Stopped by Mathieu. Liam Calhoun trying to get a stick on it. Back to the line, taken away there by Housen, and he tries to stand his man up. Cole Housen still stays in there. That gets cleared away through center ice. For a stretch pass through center. Comes an opportunity on a drop pass for Calhoun. Calhoun trying to get away from the defender. It comes to the other side. The lead pass is broken up there in their own end. Toros from their own zone will start this out. We'll move it to the other side and look for an offensive zone opportunity. Chipped deep by Calhoun. Back in behind the goal goes. Trying to set this up in front. It gets taken away there by Ajax. Still over there is Wyatt McKay. McKay loses control of the puck and gets tripped up. 2-on-1 the other way. Kirsten's getting up there as well. Pass to Kirsten. Shot! And he scores! And Kirsten has made it 2-0 Ajax. Face off here at center. One there by the Toros. They're trying to jam this in. Here comes an opportunity for Davis Gorham to tip it deep. Back in behind the goal. Noah Kay tries to be the first one on the puck. Kay with the loose puck now. Noah Kay sending one to the goal. Taken away there by Doro now. Dorzo tried to move it up through center. Here comes Dorzo again. Coming over the line with a shot steered aside by Brady Boyle. Hit there in the corner. They try and get away with it. From their own end, they go for a pass off the boards. That's coming back into the Ajax end. Cannon is after it in his own zone. He got pressured on there by McNevin. Couldn't do anything with the puck. Behind their own goal, they'll backhand this way. Kept in at the blue line. It's a rolling puck, and Ginioli couldn't hold it in at the line as it bounced over his stick. But it's still a battle there at the bench area, and it comes offside. Face off here from center, won by Ajax. McNevin tried to get it in there, knocked down by McLean. From their own end, we'll move it over here. That one over the stick there of number 14. From their own end, there's Ryan McLean coming around the boards for an opportunity. Garage couldn't get it out of his own end. Late pass was on the stick of Bowden. Turned it over. Taylor's getting another opportunity. And he scores. Taylor makes it 3-0 Ajax. Face off here from center. Trying to win that draw. Wins it back to the line. Ginioli trying to move it here to the other side. Fire it off the boards. They're trying to tip this in. It's an opportunity to come here to the other side here for Calhoun. Jumped all the way back in. That goes wide of the net. Ginioli trying to fire this around. Tapped in by Ajax with a shot to the net that'll go in wide. Trying to tip it around the boards past Kirsten. Couldn't get it out past him. From behind the goal to come around the other side to try and tip it out. Hit there on the other side. Coming after it there was Ajax. And it comes in offside. Face off here was coming just outside the blue line. Over here to the other side here for an opportunity for the Toros to lead this up. There's a shot. Back in behind the goal, that goes there for Noah Kay. Trying to fire this around. That goes in on net. Steered aside there by Mathieu. Trying to fire this around the boards for an opportunity to cut in. Tripped up. That's going to be a penalty coming to Ajax on the tripping call. It's not going to be a power play. Ginioli also gets a penalty for sloshing. Back in behind the goal, they fire that around for an opportunity here right in front of the goal. That's Leighton Aiken trying to dig that behind the net. Here comes an opportunity to try and get it back to the line. Held up, taken away here by Ajax's Drazo. Up through center on a 2-on-1, back up the other way with a pass. That goes over the stick there on the other end. Kept in by Ajax, will tip that away. Just out of the reach and tries to tip this back in over the line. Right back in behind the goal goes Housen after it. Cole Housen tried to get away from the checker to try and move this away through center ice. It comes to the other side, they're looking for a pass. Coming up with three the other way. Getting around the check. From behind the goal, they can't set that up in front. They'll keep control of that puck though, trying to tip it behind the goal with Ryan McLean. McLean trying to pick this up. Here's a pass, and now try to attempt a shot. Got stopped there by Mathieu. Over the stick of Backley, trying to back in this back in. Toros are offside there, as that was McLean who was still in over the line. Ajax from their own end will fire this around. That had an intended player of the Toros, and that was offside. Over the stick of Taylor. Trying to come after it, that'll get tipped deep. Right back in behind the Ajax end. Slapped around. It's a turnover there to Wyatt McKay, but we get a whistle. Face off here from center. Trying to bring this in. Looking for Braden McNevin out of it. There's a shot by Calhoun in on net. Stopped there by Mathieu. From behind the goal. Trying to slip this away on the other side. Taylor can't get it out of the zone. Kept in at the blue line there by Griffin. Behind the goal goes Chase McKay, Wyatt McKay after it. McKay trying to get around the checker for a pass out of front. Here's a shot that can't get through. Taylor after it now. Taylor trying to get around the checker to bring this in. Stepped up and behind the goal. Toros trying to get rid of it. Tipped around the boards for an opportunity to get this out there for Wyatt McKay. It was over his stick and they go for a lead pass. Here comes an opportunity for Liam Calhoun. Calhoun to the net. Stopped there by Mathieu. Might have got a piece of that. Noah Kay kept it in. Noah Kay cuts in. Looking for the shot. Instead goes for the pass. That gets broken up nicely on the defense. Kept in at the blue line. There's a shot. Stopped by Mathieu. Still loose and cleared aside. Kept in and shot on net. Stopped by Taylor. He could block that on the intended shot by Backley. Turned over. Can't get to the front of the net. And that is going to come out over the line. Some nice moves there by Housen. Keeps control of it. Cole Housen goes for a pass for Noah Kay over his stick. Tipped away on the other side and tipped out. All the way down the ice and goes for icing. 1:58 remains here in period number 2 with Ajax up 3-0 with all 3 goals coming here in this second period. Up through center, they'll bring this in over the line. Taking this right to the front of the goal. We'll keep control of it. Looking to give somebody Aiken a shot. Stopped there by Mathieu. Back behind the goal. They're looking at it front. There's a trip. Aiken again. That gets fired wide. Trying to clear this away out of the zone from behind the net. No K out in front. Nobody there. Kept in and fired away by Kirsten. He's got one of the 3 goals here in the second period. There's a hit at center by Housen. Back in behind the goal it goes. Kirsten's going after it. Taken away there by the Toros. Can't get it out of their own end. It goes back to the line. A shot that gets blocked. Back up the other way they come. Trying to take this one to the front of the goal. Stopped there by Mathieu. Knocked down here at center. Off the boards for Noah Kay. Kay's going to bring this in over the line. He's going to take one to the front of the net. Not going to be able to shoot it though. Nice spin move by Aiken. Goes behind the net from Maddox Dwyer. Dwyer trying to get around from the defender. Now he's going to get double teamed there in that corner. 30 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Ryan McLean trying to get around the check down behind the goal. Maddox Dwyer picking away at it. Back to the line. Here comes a shot on net. That's not going to get through. It got blocked by the Ajax defense. 15 seconds left to go here in the second period. Here comes Lucas Backley. Backley's going to bring this in, looking for one more shot on net. Right pad save there. There's the final save of period number 2 by Matche, who's stopped everything. Came up with some pretty big saves here in the second period when the Toros were turning up the pressure. And he is one of the main reasons why Ajax have a 3-0 lead. Their offense was able to click in that second period, including one penalty shot goal. So the Toros have got a hole they've got to dig themselves out of to start the third period, down by 3. Face-off is coming here at center to start the third period. So they've got some work to do. Down on the 3 spot after that 3-goal offensive burst by Ajax in that first period. Hasn't come from lack of chances. They've had quite a few for the Toros. A couple were right in close for McNevin. That was a nice stop by Matche. Here's a shot from the line. Tipped on the way through and just went in wide. Trying to keep this in there on the other side. They've got Maddox Dwyer sitting in front, trying to find the loose puck. It's still loose there to the side. They're trying to dig away at it. Ajax are trying to find it for a whistle. Toros are the ones that come away with it. Out of front, McNevin! Brayden McNevin has had a couple of opportunities here in the game, and one of them is going to find the back of that net at least to make it 3-1. Face off here from center. Ajax will bring this in over the line, taken away by Lucas Backley. Backley, good job. Gets away from the checker, sets up Hausen now. Hausen stretch pass there from Maddox Dwyer. Dwyer bringing this in over the line. He's going to take it behind the goal. Maddox Dwyer sets one up in front, nobody there. Kept in there for the blue line. All Toros pressure now after getting on the board on the goal by McNevin. McLean looks to do something. Sets the one to the net. Stopped by Matche, and he'll stop this Toros pressure by jumping on it for a face-off. Face-off is off to the left. Wins it cleanly back to the line. And Griffin couldn't shoot it. Toros get it back again though with Aiken. Leighton Aiken tried to get it back there to the side. Taken away there by the Toros, kept in there at the line by... There's a shot that's not going to get through from the slot area. Ajax trying to block everything they can right now. Griffin coming back after it in his own end. Griffin from behind the goal to try and get around Taylor. Tipping it away. Lead pass. Noah Kay now with it. Kay trying to bring this in to cut to the front of the net. Noah Kay gets hooked up. That's going to be a penalty as Kay got hooked up on the arms. Still has control of the puck. Boyle goes to the bench for the extra attacker, but he doesn't have to go far. Now he can go back to the net as Ajax touch it up. And this could get interesting with the score now 3-1. The Toros will go to the power play coming up. Face-off is off to the left of Matche. This is the key power play here for the Toros. If they can strike, they can get within a goal and score 2 goals right off the bat of this third period. Help erase a 3-0 deficit that they were in to start this third. They've got one of them back on the goal by McNevin, who's out there to take this draw to start the face-off. Brayden McNevin. It's back behind the goal. Toros have control of it. At front! Opportunity there, just missed. Toros get that again. Spinning away is Hausen. Hausen has it behind the net now. He'll keep it in behind the goal. Set it back up there for Maddox Dwyer, who went over his stick. He kept it in. Dwyer with it now. Shot on net. Blocked on the way through. Behind the goal there is McLean. Ryan McLean. Wrap around. Stopped by Matche. He's up against the post and hugs it tight as he holds on to it. Face off now is off to his left. Toros pressure here. They're getting some shots on this power play. Matche doing what he's done all game. He's keeping the puck out and keeping his team up in the game. Here comes a better face-off coming up on the draw. McNevin again will take it. Now Kirsten is going to be the player that comes in for Ajax after the other one got booted out of the circle. From behind the goal it goes. Wrap around. Trying to set this up in front. Pumped off the puck behind the goal. Right around the boards and that comes out. Back in their own end, they got to come after it. This for Borden. Eric Borden from behind his own goal. Puts the brakes on as he tries to start this from his own end. Borden with a stretch pass. It's tape to tape for Ryan McLean. McLean looking for McNevin. McNevin can't shoot it. Got it back to the line though. Borden a shot. That's a right pass saved there by Mathieu. Trying to get it there from McNevin out in front again. Back to the line. Borden shot. Stopped there by Mathieu. It's still loose. And Mathieu is able to find it. Face-off now is coming off to the right of the Ajax end. Trying to win it back to the line, he will. Nice play there by Nathan Yoli, a shot to the net. It hit some skates, didn't go far enough, that gets sent down the ice. All the way back into the corner, it goes Backley. Lucas Backley from his own end. Saw the pressure on there, put the brakes on, gets away from the checker. Backley starting this from his own end with a pass. It's tape to bring this in. Here comes an opportunity to get around the defender. Sets it up for Calhoun. He fires it right into the pad area of Mathieu. Face off there was off to the left of the Ajax end. Captain at the blue line, a shot to the goal. Steered aside by Mathieu into the corner. That comes out down the ice. That's going to do it for the power play. Toros threw everything they could there, but Mathieu stood his ground and keeps his team up by 2. That's a big penalty kill for the Ajax Knights, as they keep their 2-goal lead at 3-1. Up through center comes Nate Giglioli, trying to get around the defender. Here comes an opportunity for Liam Calhoun, a shot. Blocked it away there by Mathieu. Calhoun still behind the goal, takes a hit, stays on his feet. Calhoun trying to fight back after taking the hit. McKay tried to get it back to the line. Liam Calhoun has his man lined up there for a hit. That'll go down the ice and go for icing. Face-off now is off to the left of the Ajax end. Trying to win that draw. He wins it cleanly. Back to the line, a shot that can't get through. Blocked by a black sweater up through center. They've got a man to beat. That's Cannon dumping it deep behind the goal. It ricochets off the back end boards. Hard around the boards here for an opportunity to get this out of their own end. Brady McNevin has control of it and will set it here to the other side just over the stick of Davis Gorham. From their own end now it's Housen. Housen trying to put this in the zone. Here comes an opportunity for Noah Kay with a shot that'll hit a stick, go up into the netting out of play. Face-off is off to the right now of Mathieu. Kept in there at the blue line. There's a shot that gets blocked. Kept in there again. Griffin has to back up here. Griffin's going back in his own end. He'll come after it here, trying to back in this way. It's a turnover, but they fanned on that opportunity. Here comes Ajax, sending one to the front of the net. Can't get to the front of the goal. Over the stick there of Marino behind the net. Coming around the boards here for an opportunity to get it out. Toros trying for an open lane to get it out of their own zone, and it's a lead pass. Up there for Ryan McLean, who tips it the rest of the way. Leighton Aiken going after it behind the goal now. Aiken walking out. Still has control of the puck to try and get away from the defender. That's Garage, who's holding Leighton Aiken over there in the corner. Toros trying desperately to dig that puck free. They do from Maddox Dwyer. Dwyer's in! Stopped there by Mathieu. Still loose there. Shot to the goal, it's blocked. Dwyer's had a couple of big opportunities here as well here in the game, but nothing has found the back of the net. The only one to find the back of the net here so far for the Toros is Braden McNevin here in the third period. Back in behind the goal. Out in front, over the stick. Borden's going to try and keep that in. That gets swatted by him. All the way down the ice for icing. McNevin now will take this draw. Trying to win it back to the line. He will. Housen with it. The pass for McNevin was broken up. Housen does it again. Keeps it in. Trying to put it down low there for Liam Calhoun. Calhoun sees some pressure. Gets away from it. But can't do anything with a puck though. McNevin with it now. Slapped around the boards here for an opportunity to get it out. It comes free. As it's now Lucas Backley with it. Backley hits McNevin on the way through as he tries to find it. From their own end, they'll start this out. It's an offside there to Ajax. Wyatt McKay with a pass. Backley coming after it. Setting up. McKay can't get to it. Nice play by Housen, but it is offside. I thought they were going to allow that to stay onside, but he did come in over the line offside, so we get another whistle. That face-off now comes outside the blue line. Aiken to take it. Aiken trying to find it here at the Ajax bench. He's going to try and get some help. Tipped away there by Noah Kay. He got a pass up there for Davis Gorham, who was able to try and elude Kirsten, but it hit the Ajax bench and went out of play. And because it hit the Ajax bench, it has to be moved now for the face-off at the Toros bench. Dumped all the way in. Right stop there by Brady Boyle. Turnover, opportunity to jam it out of front, shot. That can't get through. Still loose from the side and can't bang it in. Trying to get it back to the line for Cannon with a shot. Tipped on the way through. Right into the mitt. Out Brady Boyle. Barrow now to take this draw. Right off to the left of Boyle. That's Marino trying to shoot it. Tipped past him. Now it's an opportunity to go with it. McNevin's getting up there with McLean. Both are trying to go into the right corner. Taken away by Ajax, they'll lead this in. All the way in comes Dorzo. He gets hit into the boards there. Nice hit by Cole Housen as Dorzo took the hit. Maddox Squire's going to try and get hit on the other side. Dorzo's going to try and help. Here comes an opportunity to go away with it. Skate away is Cole Housen through center. Housen had it knocked away off his stick, and back comes Ajax the other way. Dorzo with a nice pass through center ice. Dorzo's going to the net, but it's going to be kicking himself. Might have hit the helmet there of Brady Boyle. It stays in play. Cannon keeps that in. Over the stick there behind the goal, over the stick of Barrow. Barrow tried to put that in behind his own net. Barrow back to the line for Cannon. His shot is going to get knocked down on the way through. Nice block there by Housen. They come up through center for McLean. Ryan McLean with a pass for Breeden McNevin. McNevin behind the goal there for Maddox Squire. Trying to walk out. Squire's shot. Can't get it through. Is that right off to the side to the right of the goal. Right in front. Shot. Scores! Maddox Squire from the slot area. Snapped it in. Past Mathieu. And we've got a one-goal game now at 3-2. And still plenty of time left on the clock. We still have 6 minutes left. And Ajax feel the pressure from the Toros. They take their timeout. There's poetic justice. The first two periods, McNevin had a couple of great opportunities that couldn't get buried. He buries his first of the game to make it 3-1. Maddox Squire had a couple of opportunities in the first two periods and couldn't convert on any of his until now. Just moments ago, he makes this one 3-2. Up through center they come, looking for more is Wyatt McKay. Toros get that away, up through center from their own end. They see the pressure. Back in behind the goal it goes there for Nate Ginioli. Ginioli tries to put it over there for Liam Calhoun. From behind the goal it goes. Toros have control of it. Turned over there to Ajax, but the Toros will come away with it for Wyatt McKay. McKay trying to pick that puck up, couldn't do it. Ginioli's got it now. Ginioli trying to get it up through center. Got it up there for Wyatt McKay, going for that lead pass, but Garage was able to get us enough of him to break up the pass. Wyatt McKay looking for some open ice here. McKay trying to cut through, couldn't do it. He was taken off his feet. Toros had the puck though, walking out back here, stop. Mathieu can't hold it, and that gets fired just wide on the rebound. That had tying goal written all over it and taken off the board as it just missed. Ajax line change, trying to come in as Nate Ginioli. Ginioli puts the brakes on now. Back to the line. Here's an opportunity to shoot that. Tipped on the way through. Calhoun! Backhand shot. Right pad saved there by Mathieu. And it gets cleared. Here comes an opportunity back the other way. It gets hit into the board. From behind the goal is Backley now. Backley going for a lead pass. Broken up. Kirsten broke that up. From their own end now. Toros take that behind their own goal. The lead pass from their own end. Taking off the stick. Backhanded right in. And Boyle is going to cover that one up with 4:25 remaining. A big face-off here. Kirsten's going to take it here for Ajax and win it cleanly. Taylor's going to, or number 14 was going to take a shot. That gets knocked down. Here comes an opportunity back up the other way by Kohlhausen. Had it swept away nicely there by number 37, Barrow. Here's Kirsten putting that deep back in behind. It's Kohlhausen with it now. Can't get it out. Drazo was able to hold that in. Drazo's still doing the job over here on the left side to try and get it for Barrow. Taken away by the Toros as they clear that away. Gorham tried to get away from it. Can't. Barrow shoots it on net. Steered aside by Boyle into the corner. Toros come away with a loose puck and clear that one off the glass down the ice. And that will come back into the zone for icing. Face off now. Garage will take this here for Ajax. Loses it in the defensive end. Toros win the defensive draw, sorry. Back in behind the goal, there's Eric Borden. Borden looking for a stretch pass. Ryan McLean would have been off to the races, but nice play by Cannon. Was able to break that up from their own end now. Flipping that away. Cannon does his job again to keep it in, but his pass was up there for Gadraj. Offside. Gadraj will take this draw again here right in front of us. He's going to take it against Leighton Aiken. Here comes Aiken. Aiken looking for some room past Taylor. He brings it in. The backhand. Trying to get one to the front of the net. It gets taken away here for the Toros. They've got Ryan McLean at the side. Can't get it to him. Still loose there in the slot area. Ajax come away with it from their own end. They're not going to get it out of their own zone though. Toros are going to keep the pressure on with 2:54 still left. Walking in. Can't shoot it. Turn around. Shot to the net, stopped by Mache. Still loose there from the side. Toros are trying to get it, and we get a whistle. Face off deep in the Ajax end. Off to the right of Mache, who's been standing tall to make sure the Toros don't get that equalizer here in front of the net. He's come up with some key saves, including that last one on that scramble right in front of the goal. The Toros are firing everything but the kitchen sink now to try and get that equalizer. Face-off is going to be off to his right. And it's going to be taken by Leighton Aiken. Aiken wins the draw cleanly. Shot to the net. Stopped by Mache. With a right pad, he kicked that out. Back in behind the goal it goes. They got a man sneaking in. That was Borden. Walking that out. He couldn't get it in. Back in behind the goal that goes. Looking at in front there for Maddox Dwyer. He made this game a one-goal game, making it 3-2. There's a shot on net. Dwyer couldn't get a stick on the rebound. Still is for Ajax. Can't get it out though. Trip up. That's going to be a penalty coming to Ajax for tripping. It's number 16 that goes to the box for the Knights. For the tripping call. All hands on deck now for the Toros, and now they're going to take their timeout before their power play starts up. Face off. A key one that's coming off to the left now of Mache. Trying to win that draw. Taken away by Ajax. They're not going to get it out though. Kept in from the line. Borden, the shot is getting blocked. Some loose there from the side. Toros back to the line. Here's Ginioli trying to set one to the front of the goal. He can't get it through. McLean trying to help out in the corner. Ryan McLean trying to dig away on the other side. There's a shot to the net. Stop! Maddox Dwyer tried to bang it in from the side and it gets over his stick. Still loose there from the side. Blocking it out. Stopped there by Mache right in close there in front of the goal against McLean. Dwyer right in front. Stopped by Mache. Dwyer trying to find it again and couldn't do it. Still loose. Toros get that puck. Can't send one out in front of the goal. Everything's a flurry now there to the Ajax net. There goes Boyle to the net. To the net for the extra attacker. Trying to set this up in front. Over the stick. Kept in at the blue line. Over the stick of Aiken. That was a great opportunity. Kept in here from the blue line. Toros have got to go back on side. They'll bring this over the line, and that is an offside again. Nate Ginioli will bring this in. 1 minute exactly left to go. That gets sent down the ice, all the way in to the empty goal. That's going to be the icing on this one. That's going to be a short-handed goal there for Ajax. They could have taken all that opportunity to dump it all the way down the ice with no regrets of icing. They did just that, and it went right into the side of the goal. The Ajax Knights are going to come in here and surprise the Toros. They did everything in this third period to try and get back in the game. They cut it to a 1-goal lead, and they put everything on goal to try and tie it up. And they better give that goaltender, Mathieu, a few extra pats after this one, because he stood on his head not only for the first 2 periods, but he did his job and stood tall when the Toros were putting all that pressure on at 3-2 and helped his team get to that empty netter and a 4-2 lead. Face off here from center. Ryan McLean with it now. McLean trying to get away from the defender. Back there for Housen. Housen will walk in. Backhand shot. Stopped there by Mathieu. Still loose to the side. And they jam it in front of the goal to make it 4-3. Still 28 seconds left to go. But now that empty netter, that empty net goal that was scored shorthanded, looms very, very big in the game, because right now that's the game winner. Backley goes back in his own end. They've got to try and move Blue to back down the bench. Here's an opportunity to go for it. Mathematics Squire. Squire's in. Can't shoot it. Still loose. Can't jam it in from the side. And the net's off the boring. 12 seconds left to go on the clock. One more opportunity here for the Toros with the goalie out. Tipped out. Not out of the zone. Here's Leighton shot. Wide of the goal. 5 seconds left. Ajax are going to try and clear this out of the zone. Out of front. Turnaround shot. He's not going to be able to get it away. And the Ajax Knights are going to celebrate. And the crowd, they all jump on Mathieu. No doubt, I believe he is the star of this game in that Ajax goal. He stood on his head, as mentioned, when the Toros were putting everything at him. And they just came up a little bit short in this one. That empty net goal proved to be the winner, as that 3-goal outburst in that second period was a big boost for Ajax. They took a 3-0 lead to the third period, and you got to hand it to the 14A Toros. They could have just folded up their tent and called it a night, but they didn't. They came out firing in that third period, just came out a little bit short. Their record now drops to 1-1 in their tournament playoff. Thank you for watching on this Monday night. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.